Our documentary follows the codes and conventions of documentaries in various ways. To ensure that our documentary conforms to the typical conventions, we analysed a number of documentaries that are already out there during our research to ensure that ours would look as professional as possible. When we were analysing the documentaries, we picked out certain aspects which were shown to be common throughout the different ones and then decided that we would include these within our own. We have edited the documentary so it is fast-paced, as this is a general convention of documentaries. We did this as we like the way it looks, as it ensures the audience don't lose interest as there is something always changing on the screen. We also edited our documentary so that it fit in with the music, so this way it looks more professional. We use Vox Pops as these are another convention of mixed genre documentaries. We use these for simple questions where there are a range of opinions, such as what is your favourite sweet and where do you buy sweets from, as this is an easy and useful technique to get a wide range of views from the public across to the audience. We also used archive material within our documentary, as this is also one of the conventions of documentaries. When completing our running order, we decided to use the archive footage of sweets actually being made, as this was footage we thought was necessary for the documentary and we didn't have access to film this kind of footage ourselves. We used plain simple text for our graphics, with the name in a larger font and relevant to the subject on the line below in a smaller text size. Being plain and simple ensures the information is there but not too distracting for the audience. We also position the text onto the opposite side to which the interviewee is sat, making it more visible. This is another convention of documentaries. The interviews that we have filmed for our documentary follow the standard medium close-up shot, with the person situated to either the left or right with using the rule of thirds to ensure that the eye line is situated 1/3 of the way down the screen. Our documentary follows a typical convention of documentaries, as when we filmed our interviews, we ensured that the mise-en-scène was relevant to either the subject, being sweets, or the interviewee's natural environment such as their home. When we filmed the interviews with the professionals, we asked if we were able to film these on the shop floor so that we could get the correct mise-en-scène for the shot, but when filming Lucas, a 6-year-old sweet consumer, we decided to film this within his bedroom, as he is not a professional and his bedroom environment is most relevant to himself. We also found that this would be plain and therefore not too distracting. We've used a professional female voiceover for the documentary, as for the genre of our documentary mix. A voiceover is one of the key conventions. We used a female voiceover as we found that this would be most relevant and fit in with the topic of sweets. We used the voiceover to create a narrative for the documentary. We also found that including statistics and facts into the documentary is a convention, and that this mostly comes across to the audience through the voice. So therefore we decided that any statistics that we had, we incorporated into the voiceover. To avoid jump cuts, we have used cutaways so that two answers to questions could be put together. We also use cutaways so that the audience don't get bored when watching, and that there is always something interesting going on with the visuals at one point, instead of watching one straight interview. When filming our cutaways, we planned these well so that they were relevant to what the interviewee is talking about at the time. For example, when during the interview with the Mr. Sims worker Abby, we have used cutaways of the stock in the shop, and during the interview with the old lady, she was speaking about Willy Wonka, so we've used a cutaway from the film. We have also used a cutaway of the outside of Morrison's when Mr. Sims' shop owner is talking about competition with other stores.